And that's it. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's What I Eat in a Day episode. I'll be taking you through my day today, showing you all the stuff that I eat. As always, I tend to eat like really basic stuff at home, but I do like to mix it up sometimes. I'm the most excited about dinner tonight because I'm gonna be making plantains. These are something that I saw at the fruteria here in Spain. There's like fruit and vegetable stores, which are called fruterias. That's where I bought these, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't made plantains in probably like a year and a half, but when I do make them, it's like a really special thing and it's really fun. If you don't know what they are, they're like kind of like big bananas, which are a bit harder and a bit savory, but they're still sweet banana-y. And anyways, we're gonna make them tonight and they're gonna be really good. But other than that, we're gonna start with breakfast. Okay, so today for breakfast, I'm gonna eat a chia seed pudding. I've been batch making chia seed pudding in the fridge and eating it a lot of days. Sometimes I eat it for breakfast and sometimes I eat it as a snack. I feel like chia seed pudding got popular like a decade ago, and I'm like just now coming around realizing that I really like it. Okay, so now I'm just going to put it all together. I just pour some of this in there. I just have some fresh fruit. It's like nice to make these look pretty. Some banana. Also gonna add some hemp seeds. This is just like some kind of granola oats with raisins and stuff in it. Just because I do like still having like some kind of carbs in my breakfast. Along with some blueberries. So there you have it. Okay, time to eat. One reason that I make this is that chia seeds have a lot of health benefits. They're really high in omega-3s, they're high in iron, protein, healthy fats. So they really help to keep you full. It's something really, really good to eat in the morning. And eating it this way is super delicious. I love adding the maple syrup in there, just like the little bit of sweetness makes all the difference. It's lunchtime. And I'm going to do something that I do so many times. I just throw together some leftovers that I have in the fridge, but I try to make them into something different than they were originally, just to kind of mix it up and make my meal a little bit more exciting. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some roasted vegetables. This is just some eggplant and zucchini that I roasted last night. I just have some leftovers. I'm just going to take that along with some hummus or some kind of other topping. I'm just gonna make like a little open-faced sandwich with some toast. Unfortunately, my toaster broke and I don't have a toaster, but I have started making toast on the stovetop, like in a pan, and I actually think it's better this way. I'm gonna show you how I do it. And then we're just gonna make a little nice, toasty, crispy sandwich with this stuff on top, and it's gonna be delicious. So here's my super genius way on how to make toast when you don't have a toaster. So you just put this on the stove. You just start heating it up. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there. And we'll just let that heat up for a second. So when my toaster broke, I was like, what am I gonna do without toast? Because I eat toast like all the time. And then when I like figured out this method, I was just like really proud of myself, and I've been really proud of myself ever since, because I'm like, I think I might even like making toast this way better, even though it does take a little bit more time. So you're just going to like let this oil heat up, and then you're just going to kind of put your bread in there, just like on both sides, just kind of rub it on both sides. Once your pan is hot, and then you guessed it, we just like let the bread toast up in here, and it gets like crispy with a little bit of oil on the outside. If you're oil free, you don't have to do that. I don't always do it with the oil. It'll still crisp up, but like not as much without the oil. I like adding a little bit of salt as well. And that's it. That's my invention. Take some hummus. Now going on with the veg. And then I'm feeling something spicy, so I'm just gonna put some sambalo lick on there, just kind of like a little bit because I'm just feeling that spice right now. I also have some cilantro, so I'm just gonna chop that up and throw that on as well. I'm also going to throw some sesame seeds on the top. It's always a nice garnish. Okay, it is time to eat. I've been going back and forth. I'm like, do I put it together and make a sandwich, or do I just eat it like this, like a toast? I think I'm feeling like a sandwich, so I'm just gonna throw these bad boys together. Boop. Eat it this way. I need to cut, I'm gonna cut it. All right, all cut and ready to go. Let's see. That just all tastes really good together. I love like the little bit of spice with the cilantro. Just adds a nice touch. Okay, time for dinner. The time I've been waiting for the whole day. So we are going to pan fry our plantains. And for vegetables, we are going to roast some parsnips. These are one of my favorite vegetables. I use them a lot in stews. They are starchy, so they could kind of be like a potato substitute. Today, I'm gonna try roasting them with some carrots. That's not something I usually do, so we're gonna try it and see how that turns out. And for protein, I'm just gonna spruce up some canned beans. We're just gonna cook some canned beans along with some garlic and vegetable broth, and this just gives it like a little bit more flavor. And yeah, we'll see how it all turns out. Okay, so I'm just cutting off the tops and the bottoms of all of these. And I'll do the same with the carrots. A little bit of oil on these guys, along with some salt. I'm just gonna give them a good toss. All right, so I'm just going to bake these at 430 degrees Fahrenheit, 220 Celsius for about 35 minutes. So to cut the plantain, you're just gonna like cut the ends off first. It's important whenever you buy plantains that they're like black in a lot of spots and yellow. And then I just cut along here because the skin is like really thick. And then you peel it off. And then I like to cut them like diagonally. Then once your oil is hot enough, you just carefully place in the plantains. Okay, so these have been cooking for about a minute. Yeah, and I can see they're really roasting up perfectly. I let them cook for about 1 to 1.5 minutes on each side. You just want to make sure that they brown and that they don't burn. So you can see these are like really brown on the other side too. Also here, I'm going to sprinkle these with salt. This is an important time to do it because they're still hot and you want that salt to soak in. This gives it like a salty, sweet taste. It's time to give these guys a flip. These are looking really nice and browned. I'm just gonna pop these back in for like another 15 minutes. Now for our garlicky beans, we're just going to heat some oil in a pan. I'm just gonna press 2 cloves of garlic in the pan. Okay, so then you just saute the garlic just for a minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in the beans. Then I just add in a little bit of water along with a broth, like part of a broth cube. And this just gives it like a little extra flavor. So as you cook this down, the liquid will start to thicken and make just kind of like a nice flavorful sauce for the beans. Oh yeah, look at how beautiful this is caramelized. Like these have really roasted up nicely. Okay, now time to plate it all up. This one. Now for our plantains. And lastly, the beans. This looks so good. All right, time to give it all a taste. The plantains and the beans taste really good together. Actually, a classic flavor combination is plantains and black beans. I didn't have any black beans, so I just did this with red beans. But adding just like that little bit of garlic in the broth adds so much to the beans, and it's really good. Now for the parsnips, my fave vegetable. That's delicious. I'm gonna start roasting this more. Honestly, I think that was the first time I've ever roasted parsnips. The outside, when it gets crispy, it almost tastes like the outside of a French fry. Like, it has kind of that texture, and with the salt, it just like crisped up really nicely, and inside it's nice. It's just nice and soft. Carrots, roasted carrots, always good. Oh. So that's it for today's episode, you guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time.